In today's Lego Ninjago Speedbuild video, we're looking at set number 70723, otherwise known as Thunder Raider. Originally being released in fall of 2013, this set was initially listed at the price of $29.99, consisting of 334 pieces, of those being 3 minifigures, Techno Jay, Techno Cole, and Ninjaroid Warrior. And just before I go on to the interesting trivia for this set, I want to bring up a fact that this is actually the first set I've had to purchase in a long time, hence the reason I have the box available before I started building the actual set. Now, instead of purchasing this through eBay, I was able to find a new site that had a few listings that were closer to the original price. In this case, I was able to find a listing for $28, so just around the original price. However, because the seller was at a distance, I had to pay $14.90 for shipping, as well as $3.43 in taxes, leading me up to $46.33 in total. Now, the only reason why I'm bringing up this site, Bricklink in this case, is due to the fact that I had to reach out to 2 specific sellers, one of which who couldn't quite fulfill my order because they had misplaced it. Now, the reason I'm giving them a shout out is because they were 100% honest with me in their mistake, and they were able to give me a full refund, no questions asked. And they were so nice enough that they had made a mistake that they thought it necessary that I would want a different set from their possession that they were selling to make amends. Now, I did not want to take them up on that offer because I was merely just looking for this set. I just want to shout them out. Their account is Whoppy Bricks LLC. If you go onto the Bricklink site and look up for that seller, please let them know about the wonderful customer service that I told you about that they were willing to offer. And then the other seller that I was able to complete my transaction with is Vacillator 9000, or via their store name, Cool Bricks TX. Now, the reason I want to shout them out is because they were able to give an apt description of everything that I would receive, in this being the 100% completed set with all the minifigures and a box and instructions, and they were able to include a description of said box being slightly worn. The only issue being is that where the tape lies to keep the box initially closed just so happened to rip some of the box art. And that was it. Now, before you go into a transaction for this person, I do want to let you know they themselves actually have a notice before you put in your card information or anything of the like that their sets comes from a household with a dog, I don't know how many, and that dog hair is actually likely to appear in the bags that they send. I just want to make sure that it was actually out there to make sure no one with an allergy does end up having a reaction to any dander or anything from this seller. And now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the interesting facts. First being, this is actually the first set to include Jay's Techno Blade, and the second set being 70728 Battle for Ninjago City, which is most likely going to be a future set. And speaking of future sets, this was actually made available to be a Ninjago Legacy set, in being set number 71699 Thunder Raider. But within that Legacy set, there is actually a discrepancy between the two. The Legacy set actually has more pieces and includes a figure of the Overlord. And oddly enough, this is the only set to include Techno Jay without shoulder pads. And lastly, this is the second Ninjago set that can be combined with a Lego City set, in this case being 60056 tow truck, to build a large build, this being the Hydro Turbo Sky Ray. And the first set to do this was actually one of the previous sets that we've looked at before, 70721 Kai Fighter and 60061 Airport Fire Truck, which in turn builds Thermo Bolt Fire Flyer. Now, with this set nearly complete, I just want to give one last shout out to both of the sellers that were able to help me in my endeavor to obtain this set, and just leave you with one last message, in that being, have a nice day.